Broadcasting live across from Pampanga Colleges Incorporation. This is DWN Pisians Patrol. Today it's Friday and time check is already 4:25 in the afternoon. This is Alvin Anacta bringing you the latest and most leading news of the hour. Your news, our business. For the headlines, jobless rate slightly rises, underemployment dips in September. 7-Eleven warns versus Securities Exchange Commission flag firm soliciting investments. Solons wants a half price mandatory in resto menus. RCBC eyes boosting MSME loan portfolio. Maharlika CEO Rafael Consing Jr., an accomplished executive. US hospitals turns to gig platforms on nurse shortage. Jobless rate slightly rises, underemployment dips in September. To give you the full details, here is Harold Swing reporting.
Thank you, Alvin. Jobless rate slightly rises, underemployment dips in September. The Philippines unemployment rate rose slightly in September compared to August, while the underemployment rate dipped. The Philippine Statistics Authority said on Wednesday. The PSED said the jobless rate was at 4.5% in September, slightly higher than the 4.4% clip seen in August. This translated to 2.26 million jobless Filipino workers in September, compared to 2.21 million in the preceding month. The service sector made the biggest gains in jobs added, the PSA said. PSA data showed that accommodation and food service activities added 608,000 jobs during the month, followed by administrative and support service activities which added 535,000 and construction which added 481,000. Manufacturing meanwhile led the sectors with the largest job losses at 888,000 jobs lost. It was followed by wholesale and retail trade, repair of motor vehicles, and motorcycles which lost 722,000 jobs. Agriculture and forestry also lost 649,000 jobs. Broken down by occupation, the following jobs had the largest increase in employment: craft and related trade workers, 275,000, professionals, 261,000, clerical support workers, 106,000, and plant and machine operation and assemblers, 73,000. The following occupation meanwhile had the biggest drop in employment: elementary occupations, 322,000, service and sales workers, 209,000, and skilled agricultural, forestry, and fishery workers, 98,000. National statistician Claire Dennis Mapa said that decreasing number of Filipinos in elementary occupation is a job indicator that the equality of jobs is improving in the Philippines. Parang nagkakaroon ng changes doon sa category ng yung class of workers. Ang malaking increase in terms of class of workers ay actually yung salary and wages. There was an increase of 1.25 million, he said. Now, if we further classify yung salary and wages workers, ang malaki rito actually galing sa private establishment, he added. So the shift in terms of class of workers moving to salary and wages is a good sign. Mapa also said the decrease in underemployment is also a sign of improving job quality in the Philippines. This is Harold Swing reporting.
7-Eleven warns versus Securities Exchange Commission flag firm soliciting investment. To give you the full details, here is John Lauren Yambao.
The operator of the 7-Eleven chain of convenience stores on Monday warned against business using its brand to solicit investment from or 7-Eleven Electronic Commerce Limited passive brands. The company made the announcement after the Securities and Exchange Commission warned against dealing with the business entities. The SEC said the firm are doing unauthorized solicitation of investment without the necessary license from Commission. Other entities that the SEC warned against are AJC, ATT, INC, DT Trading Data, Data Technology Trading, Ownership Program, Kamayo Food Pork, Co-Ownership Program, Hedge, Bit Trading, INC. Is a stock operated and offered by Wet Trade Technologies, PTE, Ltd. The agency said some of these groups' investment schemes. Entities. The SEC said the firm are doing better experience. New Gen Z Holdings, Marketing Group, Kamayo Seafood, Buffet, Kamayo Seafood, Franchising & Co. resemble and Ponzi or pyramid scam where investors earn through recruitment fees instead of the sale of actual product services. This is John Loren Yambao reporting.
Salons want a half price mandatory in resto menus. Two House lawmakers on Monday filed bills seeking to require eateries to offer a half-price options to their customers. A GAP party list representative Nicanor Briones has filed House Bill 9511, while Quezon 4th District Representative Kate Mika Tan filed House Bill 9510, which both requires food establishment to offer half-price in their menus. Get only what you need. Philippine wastes 7 billion worth of rice annually. Philippine rice, vegetables, meats are most wasted food in Filipino household, DOST. Tan bills requires a half price as the 100 grams of cooked rice, and this bill penalizes those who fail to provide the option with 5,000 for the first offense, 10,000 for the second offense, and 20,000 for the third offense, as well as the suspension of the license or permit to operate for 30 days for the third offense and subsequent offense. Recently, the Department of Agriculture, particularly the Philippine Rice Research Institute, are called Congress to revive the proposal by requiring food bill establishment to offer a half-cup rice serving option to reduce the food wastage, Tan said in his explanatory note. Tan said his proposal is a refiled version of previous proposals by then Senator President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in the 16th Congress and Quezon Representative Helen Tan in the 17th Congress. Briones' proposal similarly defines the half-cup rice as 100 grams of cooked rice, but it imposes a higher penalties for 20,000, and the first offense is 50,000, and for the second offense, and the 100,000 for the third offense, as well as the suspension of license as permit to operate for the 30 days in the third subsequent offenses. The half-price ordinance approved in Iloilo, Briones cited a study of the Department of Science and Technology in 2018, which stated that rice has been one of the most wasted food in the Philippine household. The Philippine Rice Research Institute recently reported that 2 tablespoons of rice are wasted by every person in the country daily. This is equivalent to 385,000 metric tons of rice or rice worth 7.2 billion, which could have been allocated to feed around 2.5 Filipinos, Briones said. Briones also said in his explanatory note that the measure will be lead to more savings for Filipinos. This is Alvin Anacta reporting.
Helping make your dreams come umaga sa pagising ko, habang naghahanda sa trabaho, ang aking isip puno ng plano sa aking sarili, mayroong pangako. Di na mangungupahan kay Aling Pinay, magtatayo ako ng sariling bahay. Dagdag ng dagdag ang aking ipon para okay ako, sumamama ng panahon. Wow! Mas magandang bukas, ito ang gusto sa araw-araw. Kaya sa trabaho humahataw, para ngayon mabuksan na.
Buksan sa BPI.
Mas magandang bukas, nagiging posible bawat araw. Wag na wag ka lang bibitaw, para ngayon mabuksan na.
Magandang bukas, buksan sa BPI. Buksan sa BPI.
Di na makikipagsiksikan sa pagsakay, kung may sariling kotse buong pamilya isasabay. Iingatan kung perang pinaghirapan, para marating ang gusto kong puntahan. Wow! Mas magandang bukas, ito ang gusto sa araw-araw. Kaya sa trabaho humahataw, para ngayon mabuksan na.
Buksan sa BPI.
Mas magandang bukas, nagiging posible bawat araw. Wag na wag ka lang bibitaw, para ngayon mabuksan na.
Mas magandang bukas, buksan sa BPI.
Buksan sa BPI.
Buksan sa BPI.
Preview.
RCBC is boosting MSME loan portfolio. To give you the full details, here is Harold Swing.
Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation or RCBC Small and Medium Enterprises Banking Unit is hoping to boost its loan portfolio by 25%. Through its new RCBC Boss app, the bank hopes to provide more loans to micro, small, and medium enterprises across the country. The app allows users to keep track and manage their businesses' financial transactions separate from their personal funds. Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation on Saturday said it posted flat earnings in the first half of 2023 at 6.2 billion. The Yongchenko-led company said its growth from January to June was buoyed by a 14% increase in loans. The lender said both loans from consumer and small and medium enterprises grew by 18%. RCBC said its credit card receivables jumped by 48% and gross billing surged 54%, outpacing the industry's deposit. Meanwhile, rose 22% year-on-year on the back of expansion to the retail markets and small and medium enterprises outside of Metro Manila. RCBC President Eugene Acevedo said they are excited to expand further with the help of their new shareholder, the Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation. RCBC in July announced the completion of the sale of an additional 15% stake to the Japan-based bank, adding that the 27 billion pesos capital infusion will boost its growth trajectory and in its core businesses. This is Harold Swing reporting.
Maharlika CEO Rafael Consing Jr., an accomplished executive. To give you the full details, here is Brian Hernandez.
Thank you, Alvin. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has named Rafael Consing Jr. as President and Chief Executive Officer of the Maharlika Investment Corporation, the state-owned firm that will manage the country's first ever sovereign wealth fund. The appointment of Consing, who is the Executive Director of the Presidential Advisor for Investment and Economic Affairs, was announced on Monday to 2 days after the revised implementing rules and regulations of the Maharlika Investment Fund Act was released. Consing will serve for the 3 years and closely work with the MIC's Board of Directors and Executive Management, the palace said. He also had managing director roles at HSBC Hong Kong and HSBC Singapore and positions at the Bankers Trust Corporation and Multinational Bank Corporation. Excellent fit. He is the man for the job, Salcedo stressed, citing Consing's extensive experience in both financial management and the management of large infrastructure projects. Consing has the extensive experience in project financing, chief of which is the $398 million project finance for the Victoria International Container Terminal. Consing received various awards for this project deal, he noted. The lawmaker added that Consing also chaired at least 5 companies, including the Laguna Gateway and Inland Container Terminal Incorporated, the country's first dry port, and was awarded many times as best for investor relations, which could attract investments to the Maharlika Investment Fund. Maharlika is at the crossroads of finance, development, and public administration. Consing has a strong background in all there 3 areas. For this reason, I am very confident in his appointment, he pointed out. Red flag. However, House Deputy Minority Leader Teachers Representative Franz Castro on Monday claimed that Consing's appointment was another red flag on the Sovereign Wealth Fund. According to Castro, it seems that the implementing rules and regulations of the Maharlika law were revised apparently to enable the appointment of Consing. She said that the requirement of having an advanced degree in finance and economics for the MIC president and CEO had been removed in the final IRR prior to Consing's appointment. Released last Saturday, the revised IRR stated that the qualifications of the president and CEO should include exceptional experience and expertise in corporate management, financial planning strategy, strategic planning and vision, market and business development, budget development. The original IRR released last August required that the president and CEO must have a postgraduate degree in finance, economics, business, administration, or a related field from reputable university. This requirement was no longer found in the revised IRR. Castro also cited Consing's previous employment in the private sector. She pointed out that former Aboitiz employees had been appointed to the Department of Energy and the Energy Regulatory Commission, referring to Energy Secretary Rafael Lotilla and ERC Chair Mona Lisa de Malanta. This is Brian Hernandez reporting.
US hospitals turn to gig platforms or nurse shortage. To give you the full details, here is Jan Aranyambao.
Paramos, when Jessica Martinez moved away from home in 2020, a temporary contract brought her to New Jersey as a nurse to the front lines of the pandemic, but her earnings slipped as COVID faded. Drawn by higher pay and greater flexibility, the 38 years old is among the growing number of nurses turning to gig work, picking up individual shift on a app as an alternative on the months-long contracts or direct employment by a hospital. I have worked a little as 1 day a week, Martinez told AFP. I work 7 days a week, 8-hour shift. It just depends on kind of what's going on my life. The availability of gig work comes as hospitals try new ways of alleviate a staffing crunch, drawing comparison to convenience associated with apps like Uber. But critics warn that could impact patient care or fuel tension with the workforce. Some 100,000 registered nurses left the workplace due to stress in the COVID pandemic, found a report this year by the National Council of State Boards of Nursing. Over 600,000 more intend to leave by 2027 due to stress, burnout, or retirement, the study added. This is significant than of workforce as of 2022, the country had around 5.2 million active registered nurses. There is a staffing crisis in healthcare, said Deborah Visconti, Chief Executive of Burgenio Bridge Medical Center where Martinez works. Many people have decided to early retire or to switch professions, she said. The hospital has since started working with platform named Curly, and about 150 professionals have signed up to work at the center. Within a couple hours, we have somebody pick up a shift right away, she said. The pool of workers fill 80% of its vacancy. Another provider of gig hiring, Aya Health, told up it saw a 54% rise in the number of gig shifts filled by nurses in the last year. Across the country, the total number of available shifts on its app climbed by 62%, said Sophia Morris, Executive Vice President in Aya Healthcare. Martinez find gig work more lucrative than bring a staff nurse at a hospital, estimating that wage can be at least 30% more. But as an independent contractor, she does not have benefit like health insurance provided by an employer and release on her husband insurance. Other like Chantal Chambers turned to gig work while flirting their studies, picking up shift at late at the night before. When the 34 years old worked gig shift in San Diego through Aya Healthcare, she said longer had to stress about molding her family plans around her work calendar. As mother of two, she said this allowed her to use her time before and choose to work when her children were school at day. Visconti of Virgin New Bridge Medical Center expect the use of gig platforms to rise. This is John Loren Yambao reporting.
Thank you, John Loren Yabao, for feeding us the latest news update there. And those are the news that we gathered for today. Tune in again next time via DWN Piscians. This is Alvin Anacta, the only one.